And I'm sure if you asked Anthony if he'd ever go public again, I'd bet my house and my children he would say no. So for those reasons, it is all hands on deck, and it's really become a team that you kind of wanted to be on your entire career.
I'll just piggyback on something really quickly. I turned to my husband at one point. He's a Wall Street, LaSalle Street guy who once upon a time had arguments with Bernie Madoff about why his firm was a shell game. So he's played with the SEC at the highest level in order to bring stability, honesty, integrity to his particular industry. So I turned to him when I heard you were coming back, Anthony. I said, I bet you he will never go public again.
Yeah, look, and it is I won't be doing it. And the reason I won't be doing it, honestly, has nothing to do with really the regulation or things of that nature. Because as I'm sure you've seen online, after 18 months, the SEC, kind of uncovered every rock and stone they could and came with no action against Exponential or any of its executives. And so even though the government is a part of the equation of being a public company, if the public company is being run properly, it's a non-issue, right? There's police on the street all the time, but if you're going the speed limit, you're following the rules, and the police aren't an issue, right? They're an issue for the people that they should be an issue for. But the part that I didn't like about public was just the lack of control. I really was naive enough to believe that if we sold more, opened more, and drove more revenue through our stores, which is what we were doing. I mean, you looked at selling 1,000 units a year, which not many people on planet Earth are doing or have ever done, opening 550 locations a year, which isn't happening, but doing it with AUV growing for 20 plus quarters, quarter over quarter, before and after COVID. It's pretty tough. That is the triple threat that you always hope for. And even in doing that, the stock price would or wouldn't reflect whatever it felt. And, people think of it as, wow, it's great the stock went up or whatever, right? Or the stock went down. But the reality was, there were times we would be sitting on an earnings call thinking, we did an okay job, right? We did a B job this last quarter. Things didn't go our way, things that could have gone better, but ultimately it's an okay quarter. And I remember the stock going up 43% the next day, right? It's like we didn't find the cure to cancer. We're a fitness company that had an okay quarter. And there were times that we went into the conference, into an earnings call and said, this is literally the best work like we have ever done in our careers. This is amazing. And the stock goes down 8%, right? Yep. There were times that Lululemon, even outside of ours, where Lululemon doesn't hit their numbers and we get downgraded and our stock goes down because if women aren't buying more leggings, then they're going to stop working out. FedEx doesn't hit their numbers. UPS doesn't hit their numbers. My all-time favorite, a European shoe company, didn't hit their numbers and our stock got downgraded. And so there were so many things. Then we got a part of the Russell 2000, which just means if these hedge funds, these funds want to buy and sell in and out of the S&P or in and out of the Russell, your stock goes up and down, baby with the bathwater. You were one of the 2,000 people that got sold off that day because of whatever, unemployment, jobs reports, the Fed, all these things. And so it was not about, are we selling to good people? Are we opening in great locations? And are we taking those locations and driving revenue for franchisees? And then being good stewards of that cash as a public company. It wasn't about that. It was about a lot of other things. And so maybe we had 20% control.